Welcome back. Now, there appears to be no end in sight in the ongoing leadership crisis plaguing the Labour Party as stakeholders have reportedly sacked Chairman Julius Abure and members of the National Executive Committee. Now, to fill the leadership vacuum, the party set up a 29-member caretaker committee with former Finance Minister Senator Inadi Esther Usman now as chairman and Honorable Darlington Wokocha as secretary, a change which the Abure-led faction has rejected. Now, the decision is the outcome of, quote now, the duly constituted NEC and expanded stakeholders meeting hosted in Umuahia by the governor of Abia State, Alex Otti, and attended by the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, Peter Obi, as well as other prominent leaders or members of the party. Now, Abure and his allies were absent from the meeting. The stakeholders insist that Abure's tenure had expired in June. Hence, he no longer had any legitimacy to continue in his capacity as national chairman. Now, this whole drama happened despite a previous Court of Appeal ruling affirming Abure as national chairman of the Labour Party now. Abure has been reacting to the whole drama. Let's take a listen now to what he said at a recent press conference.
The National Working Committee also notes that assuming, without conceding, that the tenure of the current National Working Committee has even expired, we must state clearly that it is not the responsibility of Dr. Alex Otti as governor of Abia State to convene a NEC meeting for the purposes of setting up a caretaker committee. It is still the responsibility of the national chairman and the national secretary of the party to convene such a meeting. The party will not hesitate henceforth to discipline any member of the party, however highly placed, who is not ready to obey the constitution of the party and indeed obey the lawful directive of the leadership of the party. In this regard, the National Working Committee went ahead to set up a standing disciplinary committee. Consequently, it is our view that for anybody to hold the opinion that there is a vacuum in the leadership of the party is not only mischievous, but a deliberate attempt to cause panic, to cause chaos, and to disrupt the smooth workings of our great party, the Labour Party. Number 9. The National Working Committee of the Labour Party urges all members of the party to play by the rules, pay respect to the national leadership of the party and the party executives at all levels, and respect the party constitution.
Well, now, since the end of the 2023 presidential election, the party under Abure has been immersed in crisis. While many of the crises border on corruption, others are associated with the various suits filed to remove him from office as national chairman. Even labor unions in the country have also contested the leadership of the party with the Abure-led NWC. Now, joining me to discuss this further is the National Publicity Secretary of the Lamidia Papa-led faction of the Labour Party, Abure Arabambi. Mr. Arabambi, thank you very much for coming on the program. Your faction is different from this, because the way it's appearing, we now have 3 factions. So you have the Alex Otti Peter Obi faction, you have the Abure faction, and then you have your own faction. But give me your take on all of this.
Well, thank you very much. As far as Labour Party is concerned, and in view of the judgment of the Court of Appeal, we have only one leadership of the party pending any superior decision.
And which leadership is that?
Of the court. And that leadership is Julius Abure.
Fantastic.
Why do I say so? In our party, we respect law and order. This crisis commences with their papa, when we went to court to restrain Julius Abure.
Yes.
And I'm telling Nigerians that we are happy, for having that restraining order, because today it has exposed, certain hidden agenda of Mr. Peter Obi and Governor Alex Otti. It is on record that the two of them objected vehemently to that order that restrained Julius Abure, pretending to Nigerians as if they so much love him, even more than their wife and children.
At that time, they were on the side of Abure.
They were on the side of Abure. But you see, when the Court of Appeal set aside our order, we present to Supreme Court. But meanwhile, when an order of a court is made, it is not incumbent on you to choose which order to obey or not. That's the decision of Supreme Court. You must obey it. Wait until when an higher or superior court set that order aside, then everybody will now have no choice than to align yourself with the judgment of the Supreme Court.
Yes.
That is why I said there is only one leadership. So Apapa, that was the acting chairman for 1 year, has reverted back to his position as deputy national chairman. While Abure remained the national chairman, as decided by the Court of Appeal, and Farouk Umar Ibrahim remained the national secretary of our party. Now, in party hierarchy, Article 11 of our party constitution says there shall be 4 levels of party organization in Labour Party. There shall connote compulsory.
Compulsion, yes.
You do not have any option. There shall, that no any other one can be added until when you now go to convention to rearrange, to modify your constitution. The constitution said ward, local government, state and national. Article 12 now proceeded to now name principal government of the party. One is national convention, which is the highest, followed by the NEC, the purported Awada Keri they did in Abia State. Then the National Working Committee, Board of Trustees, State Congress, down to World Executive Council. Now, the function, who are the people that can compose, that composition of our NEC, national chairman. Then we have 3 deputy, president, vice, governor, and the deputy, speaker and deputy speaker, then the national officers. Here, we do not have senator, we do not have House of Rep, we do not have House of Assembly. And these were deliberately done by the NLC. Because I remember Governor Mimiko then queried the exclusion from Abdul Omar. Why are they not part of it? His answer then was that they were just the party. Because they felt, even if we are going to be governorship, maybe one or two, but they are afraid that senators and rep assembly, they can hijack the party, so they deliberately excluded them. Those of them, that were doing their Wada Keri in Abia now, they were also part of the people that deliberately excluded the members of the National Assembly. Now, when you look at the composition, our NEC, only Alesoti and his deputy, that is only qualified. And being a member of NEC, let's go now to...
Can a member of NEC, can any member of the NEC call a NEC meeting where decisions as the one they took in Abia State?
That is where I am proceeding now to Article 14, power and function of officers. 1, the national chairman shall give leadership to the party, preside over all meetings of 1, national convention, 2, national executive council, 3, national working committee of the party. So this has already disqualified Alesoti. He is just a member of our party NEC, but it is not incumbent upon him to now call a meeting of NEC because you are elected governor. It is not stated, it may be stated their own PDP where they are coming from, but in our own Labour Party constitution, it is not stated here.
But hold on now. But their argument is that, look, the tenure of the National Working Committee, the tenure of the Abure-led executive has expired, and that there had been vacuum since June. So what they did was just to take action now to fill up that vacuum. So the argument is that even Julius Abure has lost his position as national chairman to even call such a NEC meeting.
Thank you very much. You see, when you are, even in ownership issue, I think there are ruling houses and there are people they call Afobaje. Afobaje don't just wake up one day and say, no, I want to be king of of a town. They will tell him, no, you can only select the king, you cannot be the king. Now, Article 15 states tenure for office. all national officers shall hold office for a period of 4 years and shall be eligible for re-election. Now, 15.5 now said no member shall serve in the same office for more than 8 years, except a person who came in to the office by vacancy.
Okay. For more than 8 years.
Yeah, you cannot serve more than 8 years, but when you come in by vacancy, you can serve more. You can serve more than 8 years. But they say you cannot serve in the same office for more than 8 years. Now, you see, most of these people, they are still reading their PDP constitution. You know, they came almost 2 years when most of them are rejected, you know, by PDP, and they came and we gave them a lifeline. Because I am very, very sure, without any contradiction, that Governor Lesoti has tried in APGA, he failed. He tried in APC, AC then. He also tried in PDP. All the time he failed until when he came begging, and same Julius Abure Farulawa gave him the lifeline. Now, when they say no member shall stand in the office for more than 8 years, except a person who came into the office by vacancy. Now, this is an international TV. We need to explain what this means to Nigerians. Abure was not the national chairman as of 2018 when they were parading their consent judgment.
Yep.
It was A.A. Salam Abdulkadri,
yes,
Baradin Paiko. The man died in December 2020. And there was a vacancy, and we fill in Maria Labeke, who was the nominee of the NLC as our acting chairman for 3 months.
Okay.
After 3 months, we convened a NEC meeting to either ratify that chairmanship or we can give it to another person. Because our NEC, what they don't understand is this. Our NEC has one power that a lot of them fail to read. We have the power, you know, to fill vacancy in between, you know, our convention. We have power to fill vacancy that, we have Article 13 now. Article 13B, that power and function of National Executive Council, B16, said to fill vacancy in the NWC, and they may occur from time to time in between national convention. Now we have a national convention in 2019, and the man passes away. So we have to bring in Abure in 2021 March in Benin Edo State.
March 2021.
Yes. I was Ogun State chairman then, you know, eclipsing my 80 years tenure. I moved that motion for Abure to now proceed to office of national chairman. And Farouk Lawan was our national vice chairman, Northwest. He moved now to national secretary. That means they just began their new tenure. And in the tenures of offices, Article 15, he said no member shall stand in the office for more than 8 years except who first came to the office by vacancy. Abure had never been chairman of the party until when there was a vacancy. Yeah. And he now moving. Now, March 2021 to February 2025 is 4 years.
Yes.
Wherever these people concocted their tenure expiration is what we will now go to court and, you know, figure it out. Anybody that claim the tenure of Abure has expired, that person must have reached, you know, the age of his political menopause. That is, the person might not seem to be productive again, you know, between his content of thinking.
Has INEC written to the party that it recognizes what was done in Abia State?
Well, they were purporting the name, selling the name, you know, dropping the name of Professor Mahmoud, that he said Abure tenure has expired. But you see, we are not bothered about that, because if INEC are the umpire that take the direction at all the time, our court will not be removing candidates they have earlier declared as winner. You have the governors, you have senators, except presidential election, you know, that we have not seen in the history. But governors have been removed. Governor Bayelsa said in 2019, it was how many hours were sworn in that court to remove him. But INEC knew, but they will close their eyes. INEC would normally close their eyes to infractions for reasons being known to them. But they knew that the court would definitely do the right thing. But for us, we do not want to agree with them. We don't want to believe them. Because they said Governor Lesoti met with Professor Mahmood. That is what they are thinking. We are not going to agree with that postulation.
It's a paradox that you would be speaking for the Abure side now. I mean, quite a paradox. And then the people who had been speaking in defense of Abure are now against him.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, the interest of the party, it is now that we know those that want the Labour Party and those that want the Labour Party as a special purpose vehicle. Like Dr. Okupe said, that he agreed with Peter Obi that they should come and use Labour Party as a special purpose vehicle to achieve their aim and desire, and then they will dump it. But thank God, God made that engine to knock on the road. Rather than, oh Lord, okay, let us contribute money and buy new engine. They thought we are Mugun. So they went to Alaba market to go and buy another engine. They now want to trick us to leave that vehicle so that they will put the new engine there and they will drive it away. So we now seize it. We are going to collect that engine. We are going to collect that vehicle. We will put the new engine and we'll drive that vehicle so that they will disembark and go back to where they are coming from.
But of course, you knew all the while, I mean, when you gave, right from the very beginning, when you gave the platform to them. I mean, you did it with your clear eyes. I mean, you knew that, you know, you may be used.
No, you see,
and that it was anyway going to benefit you, because if your candidate had won that election, it would have been to the benefit of all of you in the party.
No, you see, I will refer them now to law of you know, corruption by a columnist in Nigeria, Penny Jackson. You know, he said, an average Nigerian who normally criticizes corruption and stealing when they are very far away from it. But when they are moving nearer in the middle, you see, the voices, their criticism will also reduced by half. But by the time they are near their own position, near that weight that they are criticizing, their noise will cease completely. Now, nobody will have known, but we were warned by Shasulud. We were warned. He wrote a letter to Julius Abure then that this guy is a trader, is my brother. He will use and dump your party. But you know, sometimes you might be thinking, oh, maybe they were just soothsayers, people that don't want your party to grow or something like that. But today, it is evident that they came to our party, like Dr. Doyokupe said, and which Obi has not controverted, that they want to use.
But we also cannot deny the fact that you know, Peter Obi has made your party very popular, very recognizable, and that's a fact.
No, we have been popular before. We have been popular before. When Governor Mimiko won election under Labour Party, Obi was still a businessman. Governor Lesoti was still a businessman in the bank. Chief Great Ogboru contested governorship under Labour Party, though he lost. But we won rep, we won Senate.
I can understand, but you can't compare.
No, I'm coming.
You know, the popularity then to what you have now.
Agege, who was the deputy senate president, won election under Labour Party. Do not forget, and now cross.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to run for senate president. Now, let me tell you, it is just an idea whose time has come. The Buhari administration messes up this country. It was just change that people wanted. Do not forget, he ran with Atiku. They failed. Obi ran with Atiku. Labour Party is that party that everybody was now looking up to as at that time, that, oh, PDP, we are done with them, APC, we are done. Why are people done with PDP? And I'm saying that spent $16 billion on power. Today, all of us are running on generator. So Nigeria doesn't want to trust them. That's why the man took his exit and said, okay, let me come to Labour Party. So it was because of ideology that actually merged with his own. That was why he came. And we were the ones that promoted Peter Obi in that Labour Party. He didn't promote Labour. We were the ones that promoted him, because as we speak, Mr. Peter Obi only ran his own personal election. No senator benefited a kobo, House of Rep, House of Assembly. Even the party, our party secretariat, we contributed money for that party secretariat. Peter Obi did not give us a kobo. So everybody, Nigeria will now know that we were the one that gave him a new lease of life. But why I'm surprised is this. You see, in Labour Party, my dear brother, you will know that we have not presented presidential candidate for a very long time.
Which is true.
This is the reason. Barrister Dan Anyanwu was an chairman for over 12 years. He did not present a single presidential candidate. Because when you meet them, Ogawa is those people, they will come and hijack the party. It happened when Dumebi run in 2019, you saw what happened between him and national chairman. Within 3 months, they want to remove the national chairman. The same thing. Obi felt, Obi has a way of doing his things. He has forgotten that he must play by the rule, and that thank God the chairman has said it. All of them will be suspended from the party. So that we will now tell them that we have millions of Obi, we have millions of Governor Alesoti. In fact, of all, I don't expect Governor Alesoti to ever raise his hand.
You don't think that will drive away a lot of goodwill that your party enjoys?
No, we are going
on to suspend even your presidential candidate.
No, that is the former presidential candidate. No, nothing is going to happen. Other people will come on board. We still have Okonjo-Iweala. We are talking to Okonjo-Iweala to come and run the Labour Party. It's not only Peter Obi that can win an election. We are not against any region. Okonjo-Iweala can come and run our party, and we are going to perform well. If we win, beautiful. If we lose, we can let the winner, because when you are going to a race, 100-meter race, somebody will win gold, whether by a split of a second, whether anybody like it or not. You understand? Look at the 100-meter of Olympic. It took that many minutes to know who won that race. It took that many minutes. You know, they were just trying to use computer to streamline before they gave it to the American against the Jamaican. So that's just the thing. We are looking at, credible people. Just look at the woman they brought on board. I think Labour Party need to be careful, and some people that call themselves stakeholder. We did this during Dr. Doyin Okupe, until when the FCC came with their big stick over certain corruption allegations. Now, this was also a woman that had been having problems with EFCC over some 4.something billion. They knew it's on bail of 500 million. Now, this was the same woman who has not cleared her name. You now brought her on board. And by the time
but she's a member of your party.
You said?
She's a member of your party anyway.
No, she's not a member as we speak. She is from PDP. She was the director of finance for Jonathan Kabi organization.
I know that, but she's now in the Labour Party.
No, she's not. No, she has not registered. Let me tell you how they shot themselves in the leg. You claim somebody is a member of the Labour Party, they by themselves, it's on video that, the tenure has expired. So who gave Nenadi Usman card? When you want to register, it is clear, as Supreme Court said, when you want to register, you must go to your ward.
Yes.
Your ward, the electoral ward to register. Who gave her card? Our chairman in Kaduna, the ward chairman of the government, nobody knows as a member of the Labour Party, but most of them were on loan. In 2023, that was how Baba Basojo brought Akeoshitokun on loan from Zenith Labour Party, even as an injured player, to come and play. Somebody that is not in the first 11, even on the 11 on the reserve bench. Now, Nenedi Usman also, they have gone to brought somebody, who have baggage of issues with Federal Republic of Nigeria, again to come and lead. And by the time EFCC will come knocking, you see all disobedience. Judiciary on the trial. The Chief Justice of Nigeria is corrupt, and the judges are corrupt. They knew that she has issues that have not been cleared, but they just want to.
A final word on this, but you look at it, the mother of your party, that's the labor unions, are actually on their side now. Doesn't that lend credence to their legitimacy?
As far as we are concerned, if you are talking about TUC, I am going to give it to them, They have been very good and very objective. But as far as NSC, is a political wing, that Joe is using. Normally, we don't have any respect for NSC because they don't have respect for us. The same Joe came to the court. He went to our party secretariat to say we are rodents. The same Joe wanted to remove Abure now for this bad note to them. But my parting shot is this: for peace to reign in Labour Party, two things must be done. One, Joe Ajero, Peter Obi, and Governor Lesoti, they will come to Nigerians and tell us why they rejected the restraining order. Then they will not tell Nigerians why they are also rejecting the Court of Appeal that restricted Abure. Once they tell Nigerians those two,
when you say the restraining order, the initial restraining order from the High
Court. Yes, they rejected it. Then the Court of Appeal that restricted Abure, they rejected it. The three of them, until when they come to the public view to tell Nigerians that, for this reason, we rejected the restraining order, and even when Court of Appeal now restore Abure, we rejected it because they know fully well that Abure tenure has not expired. But when they tell Nigerians like that, all of us will now go, whether via a public interview or live interview, they need to tell Nigerians until then, this crisis will end up in Supreme Court. And even if Labour Party just have candidate in 2027, so be it. But we are not going to allow lawlessness to take over our party. We are not going to allow
As a chieftain of the party, do you feel used and dumped?
That is exactly what they come to do, because as we speak now, you will see even Darlington Wokocha was a member of PDP. Alex Obi was a member of PDP. Nenedusman was a member of PDP. Alex Obi was a member of PDP. So they knew what they were doing. You know, they were making arrangement before to parley with Atiku and, you know, perform some magic. But the public secretary of PDP said, no, in our party, the candidate doesn't have the power to decide on merger. So they retracted back. They are now, the new plan is that, okay, let us now begin to converge. Those of us from PDP Labour Party, let us converge. So that when we decimate Labour Party, we will have something to negotiate with the PDP for a possible merger. We wish them well if they want to go and merge with PDP. But there is no vacancy in our National Working Committee for National Chairman. There is no vacancy in a National Committee for National Secretary. There is no vacancy for them. It is left for them to move to another party, or they respect the constitution of Labour Party, which I am holding.
Mr. Bayami Arabambi, I should call you a chieftain of the Labour Party and not even...
we are not faction.
Yes,
we are one now.
You're one now.
Yes,
so
we are one.
There's no more faction. You're one. You're aligned with the the national chairman. So thank you very much for coming on the program, and thank you for sharing your time with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. All right, we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Don't go away.
Opinions are free. Facts are sacred. But truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
When you go into public office, you must be ready to answer to the people.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On DEJI360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians say in this part of the world. A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
DEJI360, dissecting the issues.